go over my scraps that I've picked up throughout the day. This was towards the very end of our day. This is a chopstick sleeve from which is a Korean jjajangmyeon restaurant. This is a boba sleeve from a Taiwanese boba place called Chicha Sanqian. This is like a very convenient way of taking your boba to go, so I took the sleeve off to save it. Here is a sticker I also pulled off of the boba cup, so I'm going to try to incorporate this as well, but I just have to be careful with it because it's sticky. This is a print that I picked up from the Philadelphia Derby Festival yesterday. I saw this and immediately wanted it because I don't know if I have IBS or something, but I definitely am very bloated and gassy at times, and this just struck a chord in me. This is just the to-go bag that we got from the bakery tous les jours. So that's all the scraps for the day, and let's get started with journaling. So first thing to do when journaling for me is to figure out these smaller scraps. So I figure out whether I want to cut things up or not to make it smaller so it can fit better on the page. This I definitely want to preserve, so this I don't have to do anything with it. This is also pretty small. Usually whenever I get a chopstick sleeve, I leave it for later to figure out what shape it is because it's easy to kind of mold. You can just fold it and you get a sense of what it's going to look like on the page without having to directly cut it yet. This is also small, so I am going to get rid of this. What is this? Twine? Now there's like all these fibers. All of those fibers. Oh well. Whenever I get coffee sleeves, I try to take off this extra layer because it's kind of thick and my journal's getting pretty thick, so I want to have my ephemera be as thin as possible. This is kind of therapeutic. Maybe this is like an alternative to bubble popping, although it does take more work. Okay, good enough. So that's a lot thinner now. I don't know how I'm going to cut it yet, so this is as much as I'm going to mess with the ephemera for now. And then lastly, this. Okay, this is where I'm going to have to cut stuff because this is way too big to fit on my pages. So let me figure that out. You see that? Let's figure out how we're going to cut this. I kind of like the coloring on this. I also like the logo here. Ooh, this is really cute. I think I want this, so let me grab a scissor and then I can cut it. So this is a much more interesting shape, and that's why I want this. I'm gonna cut. I'm cutting this part out because I like this. Is this mahogany? It's not quite orange, but it's not quite brown. So it's some variant of those colors in between. And now I'm going to use kind of these layers in the back to protect the table while I use my cutter here. I'm just going to do a rough outline and then I can make it neater when I have it out. It's going, oh, because it's stuck to this layer, dang it. Okay, it's like performing surgery. Come on, we're almost there. We're almost. Aha. I really like the shape of this outline, so I'm going to try to follow it with my cutting. You may ask why I included that extra step with the cutter. I'm not sure. It's just because I wanted to use it. Sometimes what makes sense isn't like the most enjoyable option, so that is why at times I prefer more chaotic measures. Ho ho ho. Wow, I really like this shape. This is so cute. I'm gonna cut this out too, in case I might not end up using this since I already have this, but I'm just gonna put this in the pile just in case. Like everything here is what for sure might go into the journal, but this allows me to be a little bit more efficient in figuring out the layout of my journal spread. So yesterday there was a derby, so there were really cute bicyclists and people dressed up. This didn't quite satisfy the vibe I was going for because like the costumes and the decor were crazy. This is kind of a bike, right? And it kind of matches the pink theme here. So I just have this as an option. And then some stickers, sheets. Because it was a really beautiful fall day, I might try to incorporate some of these fall elements. I like these stamps because I went to a cafe and there's several stamps of like tea and cake, flowers because there's still flowers outside in Philly right now. I guess the variety that survives in 50-degree weather. And they're just nice to kind of take up space on the page and add a little bit more shape. I like to go back to this series a lot. It's just cute little decor elements like little flowers, a little bear eating toast. I feel like that could be applicable for me when I went to the cafe. And same here, there's just cafe elements. And then I wanted perhaps to put like a little lady sticker since I did have like my own frolicking time apart from my partner because he was sleeping in. So I have these kind of on deck to use, but it's just nice to take out a smaller selection that I can look at and select from as opposed to like my huge sticker collection here and here. So there's a lot more stickers that I have, but just so I'm not leafing through so many pages, I have this pile set aside for easy access and design decisions. So both of these take up a lot of space on the page, so I'm probably going to introduce dynamic elements. So instead of like just having it taped down, I probably want to be able to like flip this. So this is like blank. I could potentially write stuff on this too, or paste more ephemera on it. This I probably just glue down. It's like a nice background color or background detail. So it might go something like that. Let me just see what it look like without that because I kind of like the color combo of these two. But then I really wanted to use these autumn stickers, and I feel like that doesn't quite, maybe it does. We'll see. Now let me just cut this. I think we're just gonna keep this part. I would like to display the name of the restaurant preferably. I do like this little logo, this dragon, but I feel like it's not quite fitting the theme of like a leisurely day in the fall. I'm gonna just fold it for now because I think I am anticipating that I'm going to write about the day behind this postcard and possibly on the back of it as well. So I don't have to worry about leaving too much white space, which means I could have space to put this, but then if I put this, let me just see. Oh yeah, and I have this sticker too. Kind of would want it to be vertical because this reads vertically. I kind of like that. Do you guys see my vision? Just stick that there for now. So if I just have this indicating the restaurant that we went to, put that up there, and then yeah, this could work. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm good with this. Yeah, I think I got my vision. And then the empty spaces I'll fill out with the stickers that fit correctly in that space. All right, so now we will commit to the layout and paste everything down. But first I'm going to do a little bit of trimming on this because I don't need the extra. You know what? I like the like torn effect, so I'm going to tear it instead. It's a little bit harder when there's much less leeway on one side. So to do this really carefully. I'm also trying to beat the sun right now. Yeah, I really like it when it shows a little bit of white. Like when I'm tearing it, I'm not tearing it evenly, so the coloring, the top layer comes off, but not the bottom layer. I really like that effect. I didn't achieve it up there, but that's cool. Almost there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, I'm so happy with that. I still haven't determined if it's better to use glue stick, or glue tape to keep something down. Okie dokie, so let's glue. This glue stick is cute, but it smells. Alright, so I'm gonna put the sticker next. Actually, I'm gonna put this next because I don't want it to line up perfectly, I think. I need to figure out if I want to make it flip by using washi tape or if I want to use like these things. Lately, I have been a fan of using these because I feel like they're a little bit cleaner than putting a washi tape all the way through. Although you could also just put like a small, like a short washi tape instead of a long one. What color would work? Obviously pink, but yeah, lately I've really been liking using this. I remember when I first got it, I was like, ooh, that's going to be wasted because I'm never going to use white on white, you know? But actually, I have been using it pretty frequently for exactly this purpose, which is to allow some flipping mechanism. Try to put it in the middle. I think that's the middle. Oh no, I creased it a little bit. Crap. Ah well. Like I like to say, it adds character. Then I'll do the same on the reverse. There we go. Do I want it up here and lining up with the postcard, or do I want it lower down? I kind of like that better. So I'm just going to commit to it. I'm so glad I kept this sticker. Cool. Okay, now I'm second guessing myself, and I think I liked it better when it wasn't matched up, but it's too late now. It's stuck on. I'm going to need to cut this. I think I will tear it instead of cutting it. It's kind of like its own little title. Okay, and then I think I had this, and then this. Slot this under. I don't know how effective the glue stick will be. I don't know if I'm going to need to use like actual tape. Oh shoot. All right, I kind of wish I put this title a little bit lower down because there's this awkward gap here that I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to fill. I do really want to include this specific sticker because I went to the farmer's market at the beginning of the day, and the fruit selection, I love this one vendor's fruit. So I really want to use this page because I did purchase apples and I was admiring the apples. The red kind of fits into the color palette. This sticker is so pretty. It kind of has like a watercolor or crayon effect to it. This is kind of like a long space, so I kind of want to do a lady. Although these are kind of small, so maybe I'll go for the bigger ones in here. I think there was one that I liked for today. These are like one of my favorite purchases from Japan. I used one up in Ooh, I like this one too because I did some reading at a cafe. But do I want to put two like ladies right on decisions? Okay, I'm not quite sure what I want to do right now. These are a little bit too big too. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that blank for now. Or maybe I'll use a stamp. I kind of like the look of this. This is like fall looking too, but I'm not sure if the indecision right now. Ooh, this is kind of nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with this. I want something of this size here. Now that's lovely. Lovely. Oh yeah, I can't forget about the bicycle. I was thinking of putting it here because it kind of matches the brown. I don't like this empty space here, but if I put it here, then it feels more like just like white space instead of empty space. There is a difference. I'm just going to put it there. These are notoriously hard too. Really want to fit in these fall stickers. I did some reading at a cafe yesterday, so I kind of want to include this little sticker. Oh, that's so cute. Little bear with his coffee. The question is, which reading one do I want? I'll go with this one. Man, can you tell how indecisive I am? Okay, I'm just gonna go with this. I read a lot throughout the course of yesterday. I finished a book and started another. I'm not good at lettering numbers, as you can see. But yeah, that's going to be the title. And then this will probably look weird, but I'm going to give it a little bit of shadow. Well, that's rough and ready. I should have left it alone. I think these pages are pretty thick, so it's not going to bleed. So I'm going to try to even out the layers. Okay, that looks a little bit better. So the last step of finishing up this journal spread is to actually write about the day. Like I could just leave it like this and instead of making it interactive, just glue it down, but I do want to have some memory keeping and write a little bit about the day. So I'm going to do that to finish off the spread. It's on its last stretches of ink, the Muji 0.5. Some tidbits about the day. It was a beautiful fall Saturday. It was about 60 degrees, sunny, beautiful weather, beautiful fall foliage in the background, and it was a day where I felt like I experienced a lot of what Philly has to offer. There is the local farmers market that I go to frequently to stock up on apples, and there were some new fruits today, which were the red robin pears, which I picked one up and it was delicious, and these mini persimmons, which look so beautiful, but you had to wait to eat them until they were fully ripe, otherwise they were super chalky. But it was still such a delight to see and to purchase. There was Dream World Bakes, which is this woman and Black-owned bakery with a constantly changing menu. This breakfast savory bun was so delicious, and the persimmon bun, while it was kind of, the top was a little bit ruined, it was still so good, and I brought extra to bring back home to my partner. While I was at the bakery, just journaling and reading my Kindle, the staff were constantly going out to peek at something on the street, and that's when I realized there was a derby going on, and there was also a festival with local vendors and music and food. So my partner and I went to check it out later, and we had a great time just enjoying the vibes. I actually thrifted something from a stand there. We also did some more thrifting at 2nd Street, which is a new site that they opened up at the Roosevelt Mall shopping center. We also got snacks from Tous les Jours and the boba place. And afterwards, we got really great food at Yonghwaru, which is this Korean jjajangmyeon restaurant. We had not had jjajangmyeon in a long time. It's Korean black bean noodles. I recommend it if you can get it from a good establishment. And in Philly, I feel like this is one of the best that you'll get. But if you want really good jjajangmyeon, you'll want to go to North Jersey or New York. Lastly, we ended the day with some grocery shopping at H Mart. It's always fun to come here and shop, but the trip up to the H Mart from where we live is actually kind of annoying, so it worked out well that we were kind of already in the area when we had gone to Roosevelt Mall. So I finished writing the journal entry, and I had enough space here to include everything, so I'm leaving this blank just in case like the ink shows up. But I still want to include this. I just think like it's a nice touch that kind of matches the card, so I'm going to put this just so it's not like just blank when you flip it open. So it's a little bit cuter this way. Here is the completed journal spread. I'm happy with the layout, and actually the colors are kind of all over the place, but to me it kind of feels cohesive, so I'm happy with it. It was a really great day yesterday. I had so much fun, and I did have a lot of fun journaling. This spread came together rather quickly. I hope you guys enjoyed watching my process and hearing about my day. And thank you guys for watching, and hope to see you in the next. Bye bye!